Hello, my name is Kayla Weaver and I'm a CPA at Arndt & Company CPAs. In this video, I'll be going over some common facts and myths to requesting a tax return extension. Statement number 1. Taxpayers can get an automatic 6-month extension from the IRS. This is correct. For Form 1040, that's your individual income tax return, the original due date is April 15th. However, you can file a 6-month extension that gets automatically accepted by the IRS, which pushes that due date out to October 15th. For Form 1065, which is a partnership tax return, and Form 1120-S, which is an S corporation tax return, those original due dates are March 15th, but again, there's a 6-month extension that gets automatically accepted if filed that moves that out to September 15th. So we electronically request these for any of our clients that needs one, and it doesn't have a negative impact whatsoever. So if there's any chance that you're not able to make those two deadlines, it won't hurt you to go ahead and file that extension to be safe. That way you know you have 6 months to go ahead and file, or you can do it, of course, much sooner. I do want to briefly mention that due to COVID-19, the April 15th, 2020 deadline was automatically pushed back to July 15th of 2020. So you didn't have to file an extension to get that. It was just automatically moved. But if you still need more time, then you can still do the extension that pushes it back to October 15th. Statement number 2. An extension also extends my time to pay tax owed on that return. And this, unfortunately, is false. Filing an extension does not also extend the time to pay your outstanding tax liability. If you have a tax owed on that tax return and you wait to pay it until you file the extended tax return, you're going to have some accrued penalties and interest on that amount that was owed. That's why we encourage you to try to get an estimate of what you think you'll owe at April 15th or before, and then go ahead and pay in as much of it as you can. That way you reduce the amount outstanding, and that will reduce the amount of penalties and interest accrued. Statement number 3. IRA contributions are still due by the April 15th deadline. And this is correct. Even if you filed for an extension out to October 15th, you'll want to make sure to contribute to your IRA by April 15th if you're trying to get that traditional IRA deduction in that previous tax year. And just as a side note, you can contribute up to $6,000 towards your IRA for 2019, plus an additional $1,000 if you're 50 years old or older. Statement number 4. It is better to file my return on April 15th, even if I think more tax documents might come in or I might need to gather more information. This is wrong. While it might make you feel better to check it off and have it filed on time, if you end up having more tax documents come in, or maybe you find out some information that you had missed, or just something that you need to adjust on that original return, you're likely going to have to file an amended tax return. An amended tax return can only be filed manually, not e-filed, so we would actually have to print it out, have you physically sign it, and mail it into the IRS, which also usually takes quite a long time to process. Now, actually an interesting note that as of today, the day I'm making this video, May 28th of 2020, the IRS just announced that later this summer, they're hoping to have amended returns available to be filed electronically. But to start, only tax year 2019 amended returns would be able to be amended electronically. And we still, of course, would like to get it right the first time and not have to amend. It is a separate tax return, so there's a separate tax preparation fee, and there's just more stress. So we would like to, as much as possible, make that first filing as accurate as we can. That way you won't have to have an amended return. But if that does happen, we are able to do that for you. So that's it. I hope you've learned a little bit about what the facts and myths are related to filing a tax return extension. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks for watching.